It's cold up here.
Freezing winds going about 20 on top of the ridge. Drop down in and it's not so bad. And it's favorable for where we want to go, but nothing talks here. Like, nothing talks. We've heard a couple of cow calls. Last night when we got into camp, we heard a couple of bulls locking horns maybe 200 yards from where we were standing on the trail. But hikers came through being all loud and we didn't get our camp set up as fast as maybe we probably wanted to. But we made an attempt. I mean, at any rate. So we're on top of a ridge overlooking these mountains. And hopefully we've seen a bunch of mule deer, really nice buck, but he was 700 yards away. And it's bow season, not rifle season. So we had some does coming about 100 yards away. But Brad here wants to hunt the horns. So we're going to drop down into the basin and still hunt the timber unless we hear something that tells us otherwise. Until then, really getting depressing not being able to show action. Just hiking. A lot of hiking. Today's the day. We're going to have an encounter. Afternoon, day 3, day 2. I guess if you count our hike in as the day 1, is our afternoon. We got out early this morning, never heard a peep, saw some deer, saw another hunter that had just recently gutted a buck. So there are animals out here to shoot, just not the ones that we're hunting for. So far, there's just been a lot of people. Hopefully it doesn't bother the elk too much. The wind is crazy, it is getting colder, it will be snowing tonight. And we don't want to hike anymore because we have done 30 miles, 32 miles since we started.
I feel it.
And both of us are on the fence about even hunting right now. We just kind of want to lay down, start a fire, rest our tired bones, but can't eat tenderloins if you don't kill an elk. So here we go. Hopefully you'll get some footage of something wild and crazy tonight. We're gonna set up, do some calling, not hiking as far, basically because we just don't want to. So I am set up inside the timber above a game trail with a ton of bull scat. Coming into this spot, we actually bumped a cow, elk, saw her, heard her run, turned, saw her run. So we know that we're finally in a place where they currently are. I suppose. I think this might be the spot we need to hunt hard. Next couple days. 2 more days, 2.5 more days to hunt. Then gotta pack it up, pack it in. And that's where it ends. Okay. In the tent in Brad's Black Diamond tent. Johnston Abode.
Yep.
The Johnston Mountain Abode.
Hotel 8.
And we are eating dinner. This is spicy pork and creamy garlic rice or chicken rice or something. Something.
Yeah.
It's really good. Okay, let's recap. So last time we talked, we were getting ready for our afternoon hunt. Decided we wouldn't want to go that far, and that was actually the best decision we probably made since we've been out here.
Yeah.
We maybe went 300 yards before deciding we were going to hunt this meadow that is just outside of the bowl that our lake is in here, that our camp is in. And walking into our spot, we bumped a cow elk,
which is finally nice to see.
Which, yeah, and I laid eyes on her. It wasn't like a phantom crack of a broken limb and something. I laid eyes on her, so I know it was a cow elk. And but the wind was bad, which is part of why we spooked her, because we weren't making noise. But she had to have smelled us because our wind was wafting right into where she was. We just were not. We were playing a trail that was upwind of where we were going to be setting up, but the wind just turned on us. Anyway, so there was nothing doing in there. I sat in that timber for a couple hours, and then I realized that my wind was going uphill. Brad went off somewhere else, and I have no idea what he did, except miss out on a nice mule deer buck.
Yeah, damn it.
So then I moved about 150 yards out of that timber and up the side of the meadow, just inside the timber line from the meadow, and I glassed and waited, and sure enough, I had action. I had 3 does come through, though I don't have a deer tag, so I couldn't do anything about it. But the does were at 50 yards. I had a shot at the biggest doe, but again, no deer tag, nothing to do but just admire the beauty. And then the real tempting thing is that I know Brad here has a deer tag, and I saw a nice 6-point mule deer buck. He ran 28 yards, gave me a shooting lane, gave me broadside shot, stopped dead, sniffing the ground, broadside shot for maybe 3 minutes.
I'm gutted.
And he just was standing there. He was jittery, as though something had pushed him toward me, and then he sniffed my my scent trail, and didn't want anything to do with it. But he gave me enough time to have taken a shot.
Follow them does.
They came right to you.
They came like literally at 20 yards in front.
Why didn't you shoot one?
There's.
Well, come on. You had a deer in range.
There was a doe and like it was a fawn.
Oh,
Two
so
fawns.
what? They're
I didn't
weaned by
wanna
now.
break the family up.
Oh, come on. We could have been eating tenderloins. You didn't tell me you had them at 20 yards. You just said they came by you.
No, they came in. They were coming in hot though.
Well, you could have just went, meh, stop them. Well, Brad doesn't really want to eat venison, apparently. I almost burned his tag for him, but I'm a heck of a guy, so I didn't. Anyway, so we're grubbing down on spicy pork and rice, enjoying company.
Sounds like we're in the ocean.
It really does. I don't know if you can hear that. I'd say the winds are doing 40.
Yeah.
Not 50, because we'd have a hard time keeping this thing down.
Yeah. It's blowing.
But it's blowing out there. I mean, and we've got some trees that are blocking stuff for us, and so our camp is getting a little bit of a break from the wind, but
It's blowing so bad.
it is blowing bad. Thankful for the tent and low degree sleeping bags. Well, that's the other thing. It's going to start snowing tonight about 4 a.m. So snow/rain. So we're not hunting in the morning. We learned our lesson Friday morning. We got rained out walking in. So we're going to hunker down, tell ghost stories or something. Drink coffee.
Noon.
Drink coffee or whatever.
It's gonna be
Till
until
noon.
like noon.
Yeah.
We're past that.
We should put our packs in here before it starts to rain.
Put everything, bows, packs.
Yep. Anyway, I'm having fun. Either way. Doesn't matter, I'm having fun.
It was a blast. It's hard. It's hard as heck. It was fun though.
I'm really glad we didn't go
Super
far
challenged. I know, same here. Ugh.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
That was hard stuff.
Yeah.
We've gone
We
so many miles.
probably 32.
Yeah, with what we did today. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna eat dinner.